welcome everybody to the Friday forecast. It is your boy King, along with your good friend Jimbo right over there. And, we've kind of made it. We've made the soft landing into football season. Preseason started last night. 2 games, Giants and Lions, and then it was the Patriots and the Panthers. And, not the, again, preseason's not the best games. Not a lot of starters started, as it were.
Yeah.
A lot of rain. It was rainy. It was kind of whatever it was. But it was football.
Yeah.
And we're kind of here. So that's kind of thing now. Also, the games continue tonight. There's a bunch of games. We will be live streaming right here. We're going to be live streaming the Eagles game. They're playing. Who the hell are they playing? Baltimore.
Yes.
You're playing Baltimore.
Yeah, it seems like Baltimore's the new New York Jets for them. They play Baltimore every year now.
I was going to say, there was a while there where like the Giants always played New England and Pittsburgh and Cleveland we had a good run with. And now it seems like Detroit the last couple of years we've been with. And, obviously the Jets, but that's every year. So I'm not sure, but interesting, but we're going to do that. We're going to live stream, test a couple things out, see how our live stream does with the graphics and everything like that. You can watch along with us if you have any comments, complaints, suggestions, just want to be rude. You can come and join us, like, share, and subscribe down there. Click the notification bell. Make sure you click on all notifications so you know when we're on and when we're doing stuff, so you can come and harass us. Which is fine. Which is kind of what I expect for a little while anyway. So
keeps things interesting.
Yeah, just I'm not going to read any of them. I'm not going to give every time of day. But hey, listen, you can entertain us. That's fine. That's going to be the reading some of your insults and stuff. I think will be entertaining, to tell you the truth, honestly. So anywho, this is of course Friday Forecast, where we go ahead and predict the future of the football world. During the season, we're of course going to be predicting the games for the weekend and see what we think is who's winning, who's losing, all those kind of things. Might even do some point spread stuff. Would be nice if we got a sponsor. We're working on it. We're seeing. There's people out there. Anyway.
Yeah.
But for now, until the season starts, we're predicting each week, each Friday, a different division in the NFL. We've done the AFC East. We've done the AFC North. We've done the AFC South. And now we're closing out the AFC this week with the AFC West. Now, as everything stands, I'm pretty sure you can guess on where we're going to be going with this. You might have predicted the same thing, unless you're a fan of one of the other teams here. I don't know. But I guess without any further ado, there's no reason to keep on delaying this. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at who we got here. We'll start off with Jimbo, as we often do. Jimbo, what is your forecast here for the AFC West in the 2024 season?
So, I mean, hopefully, like, the Broncos fans are realistic and realize they're not winning the division this year. I will touch on.
That's.
I'll touch on.
If watching Brendan Perna has told me anything, is that Bronco fans sometimes are realistic, but oftentimes are not. But
so obviously, I'll start off with the obvious one. The Chiefs are going to win the division. I have them winning 12-5. Main reason, it's a weak division. The Broncos are not going to be that great. The Raiders are going to be average, maybe. And also, they upgraded the wide receiver position, which I think was one of their biggest question marks last year with the rookie Xavier Worthy.
No, they just drafted him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they upgraded there.
Yeah.
I saw yesterday that supposedly Too Long Toes Tony is on the roster bubble. He may be getting cut. First
of all, the fact that he's not cut yet is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I honestly figure if there's a reason to keep him, it would be as a kickoff returner, kickoff specialist, maybe. But even then, at that point, would it be worth it? Is he going to be going on Instagram Live and still trying to shit on the Giants while catching kicker. Like I don't know. Like you have to, like if you're Kansas City, you kind of have to weigh with everything else that's going on and some of the other problems you've had, in this offseason with some of your players. Now, granted, really the biggest issue was Rashid Rice. Man, I can't talk today. I'm just I have not been feeling well. Rashid Rice. But with Rashid Rice, and again, I know some of the other players also got into some legal trouble, but one of them was cut. One of them is not like even a big part of the team. They're like a third or fourth string. Like none of those were really important pieces, whereas Rashid is. So, I don't know how they're gonna if that's gonna play a part in whether or not they keep Tony in a smaller role or not. Because again, you could do that, but is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah,
and he has unfortunately a history of being a problem. So it's again that bullshit to talent ratio you have to work on. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, did the Chiefs really decline in any way in this offseason?
I mean, if you really think about it, even if they didn't draft Xavier, the wide receiver, I don't even think. Okay, yeah, they got 1 year older, but I don't think they declined at all.
I was going to say Travis is a year older, and that was the thing last year was they didn't really have any receivers. But for a team that didn't have any receivers, they still won the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's the scary part.
And that's that when we were watching last season, when I was watching that Christmas game, when they lost to the Raiders, and I'm sitting there like, well, like this team's cooked.
Yeah,
they're done. Like, what are we doing? What are we even doing here? Like they'll get into the playoffs, sure, because the division's weak. But you also got to remember at that time when they lost that game to the Raiders. I believe it was both the Raiders and, surprisingly enough, the Broncos were within striking distance.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because the Broncos went on like that 5-game winning streak in the middle of the season out of fucking nowhere. And, it was all of a sudden it was like, is this something that, can this happen? Like, oh my God. And then, of course, they get into playoffs and they run through everybody. So,
yeah.
As it's been said for the last couple of years, the Chiefs is the Chiefs until they ain't the Chiefs, and they still is the Chiefs. So, I find it hard to argue with your number one there, and
that's my other point. Like they're basically the new Patriots. I could see them being this way for the next 15 years.
I don't know if I go 15, but it depends if they keep on drafting good talent to fill in the spots, because that's it. Travis has only got a couple more years left in him.
Yeah,
2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah,
especially if he wins another Super Bowl, he might ride off. What else does he got to do? He can ride off into sunset with Taylor Swift and be he's set.
Yeah,
like my man is like there's not a lot more that he needs to do. So then it's just, can they keep on, either by draft or by free agency, getting the people in there like the Patriots did to kind of keep feeding Brady, keep the defense strong, and keep going their way. I mean, that could happen. So I'm not gonna go as far as say like 15 years or something, but I'd say definitely for the next 5 to 7 years, the Chiefs are going to be a problem for everybody.
So even if they go for 5 more years, they really started to be dominant. About 5 years ago?
When they lost the AFC Championship game in overtime to the Patriots, that was kind of that was when they kind of came onto the stage.
Yeah.
And then since then, it's been the Chiefs show. They had, that 5 straight AFC Championship games at home. And then they went on the road last year to win AFC Championship games. So they've been to 6 straight AFC Championship games.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dominant mark. That's a Patriot-esque mark there, And, I know some people are complaining. It's like, oh, we finally got Brady done. We finally got the Patriots done and over with. And then the Patriots are gone. And then the Chiefs just come right the fuck in. And it's like, yeah, but, if you can do it, you can do it, And who knows who the next team to be that team is. Because here's the other thing. this is not all that common. The fact that we did go from a Patriot 20-year dynasty to now the Chiefs going on a 6, maybe 7-year dynasty here, where they've won 3 Super Bowls, could be going for 4, could be going for 3 in a row. The first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. That's something. And I think that's the main driver for them this year.
Yeah.
That's going to be what they want. They want to be the team that gets 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So, like, some people are going to say, well, you've already won these Super Bowls, and you've won 2 in a row, and you've had all these things, and you're fucking Taylor Swift, and you got all those other things. Like, what? Where's the fire? Where's the energy? That's where the energy is going to come from. It's going to come from, we want to be history makers. We want to be the ones in the record book that say, we were the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. So, but yeah, I think as far as this division goes, I agree with you as far as the Chiefs. How you got the rest of the division, Jimbo? I mean, I got it listed all the way up here. There we go. I got it listed up there, so it's all there. Yeah. Everybody can already see what you got, but let's just run down through it anyway.
Coming in second place, I have the Chargers at 10-7, and that might be like a nice, being nice to them. 10-7.
Okay,
probably be a 9-8. It's Harbaugh's first year, obviously. They lost a lot of pieces, even though they were older. I believe was a Mike Williams went to the Jets. The running back from last year, Eichler?
Austin Eckler, yeah.
Eckler. Even though he's older, that's a big piece they lost. So really they got Justin Herbert. And now with Herbert with the foot injury, that's going to be tough to overcome.
Sorry, we have a tropical storm happening outside here.
Oh, yeah, no, it's been going all day here.
Yeah, I know. The East Coast is not having a good time right now.
Other than Herbert, yeah, exactly. Like, who do they have to help him out, help Harbaugh out? We've seen what Harbaugh did with the Niners the first couple of years there. I don't think you're going to quite see that, but I think you'll see a little bit of success for first year, maybe second year, but I think this is going to be like a longer rebuild than what we saw in the 49ers. But a 10-7 record with basically just Justin Herbert is not a bad record, but it's just not going to be a good season for the Chargers, I believe.
10-7 is a good season. I'm sorry, 10-7 is a good season. You can't sit there and say it's not going to be a good season. You're talking about them as if they're a crapola team, yet you have them at 10-7. Like, you can't be 10-7 and have a bad season.
That's like being nice.
Even if it's being nice, even if you're 9-8, you're still a winning record. In a team's first year, and again, we got to see how Herbert is with his foot, because his foot's in the boot now. He's got the fascist foot going on. He's got a fascist plantar fascia. I don't know. It's some kind of Nazi foot thing he's got. I don't know. Yeah, and again, they have a lot of questions as far as wide receiver. Absolutely. It seems like Harbaugh just got rid of all their receivers. I still think they have a good defense. So I think that's something to question during like that. But you can't sit there and say a 10-7 or even a 9-8 is a bad year for the Chargers, considering what the last couple of years were.
Yeah, but if you look at what Harbaugh did his first year with the Niners, this would be considered a bad year compared to that.
What was his first year with the Niners? What did he do?
First year, he was like 12-4 or something like that, and made the playoffs.
Let me see. Now we got to go see. Hold on. Let's take a look to the old Google machine.
Google.
Google. Tell me, Google.
Don't ever do that again, please.
As the 49ers head coach. Let's see. Give me some. Can we get some information here? My goodness. Okay, in his first season with San Francisco, he was 13-3.
So
13-3 and 1-1 in the playoffs. He had lost the NFC Championship game. That was to my New York Giants and Eli Manning. Eli got destroyed in that game and still got up every play he made. I remember that. He should go into the Hall of Fame just for that game alone, if I may say so myself. That was a hell of a game by Mr. Eli Manning. And, yeah, so I do remember that. And then the following year, they went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Ravens, went 12-4 the following year. Went 2-1 in the playoffs. Well, who they lose to? Who they lose? What was 2013? What did they do?
Probably like the Packers or something like that.
I was thinking the Packers, but like I'm trying to figure out like what. I got to try. Hold on, let me see. What did they do? 2014. Let's see. 2013. No. Nothing, huh, guys? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh no, Seattle.
Was that the year that they were like 7-9? I think that was the year that they were like 7-9 and made the playoffs.
Who, the Seahawks?
Yeah.
No, Seahawks were 13-3.
Okay.
But that was so that was the no, that's right, because that was the Marshawn Lynch didn't run it on the 1 yard line game where they lost to the Patriots. So okay, yeah, that makes sense. So okay, Jimbo. Now that we've got that, how does the rest of the division shake out there for you? I mean, everybody else can see it, but you know what we're doing here.
Coming in third, I have the Raiders, 8-9. Another team that could be 8-9 or 9-8. I forget which game I was on the fence with. First year head coach, first year full season underneath Antonio Pierce. Big question marks about Devontae Adams. Is he staying? Is he going?
Some people think he's on the Jets already, so I don't know.
Do the Steelers try to swing a 3-team trade, for Brandon Ayuk? No, I was not drunk at work, but that did pop in my head.
No, you were drunk at work. That's something that only alcohol can come up with.
Average quarterbacks, I should say, Gardner Minshew is average quarterback. The backup quarterback, the rookie from last year.
Well, he's not a bad. We don't know who's starting for the Raiders yet.
Yeah, I just don't know. Is he average? I don't think we've seen enough of him just yet to decide what type of talent he has. This is another team I think is going to be a long rebuild. It's not going to be the Houston Texans. It's not going to be the Green Bay Packers of last year. This is going to be a couple seasons.
Okay, I got nothing to add to that. I mean, I'll go over mine when I get there. And then finally, last place, obviously, it only leaves one team. That would be your Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I got them coming in at 4-13. Salary cap issues because of the Russell Wilson contract, among other players, a lot of dead money. Rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, as of right now, I believe is third string according to the depth chart.
Yes, but everybody had the way Sean Payton does it is all rookies start at the bottom of the depth chart. So that's not a thing like where they're saying like, oh, I guess he doesn't have the talent. Oh, I guess he's not good enough. No, that's just all rookies start at the bottom when it comes to Sean Payton.
And that's why I kind of have him starting at some point this season.
Bo Nix's start. I'm going to say this right now. Bo Nix is going to start the season for the Broncos.
Week 1?
Yes.
I think more mid-season.
Now, who are you putting? No, are you? You're not start.
That team's going to be bad. You're going to murder them.
I understand that, but you're also not put like if you're Sean Payton and that's your guy, and that's how you want to work with your guy. Sean Payton's going to throw him right now. He's going to feet to the fire kind of guy. Sean Payton is an old school guy.
Yeah,
he's a Bill Parcells guy, so he's going to be a feet to the fire guy, and it's going to be. Get out there and show me. Because he's not going to waste any more time starting Jared fucking Stidham or everybody's favorite MILF hunter, Zach Wilson. Like, it's not happening.
Zach Wilson, MVP this year.
So, like, Bo Nix is going to start. Does that mean that they'll be good? Probably not. The Broncos have a lot of issues, and of course, we know that they are very hamstrung when it comes money-wise because of the Russell Wilson thing. But that just goes to show you how much he hated fucking Russell Wilson. That he was like... And it also makes me wonder if he maybe had an agreement with the Waltons and everybody, like, listen, don't fire me after, like, 2 or 3 years because, like, we have to get out from under this contract, which you guys did before I ever got here, so it's really your fault if you think about it. But, you know, that I got to be, like, you have to give me time to get out from under this and then work with it. So I wonder if there's maybe a little bit of that maybe there was agreements like, yes, no, get rid of them, and we'll kind of eat a couple of years until we get out from under that contract, and then we'll do whatever we got to do. But I have to say, we have the same order when it comes to this division, which kind of, you know, it's not often me and you agree on stuff, but we generally agree on kind of how this is going to break down. And if we go ahead and we'll take a look at my picks here now. Again, I have the Chiefs at 12-5, followed by the Chargers at 9-8. I have them at that one game less than you do. I do have them at 9-8. Okay. I have the Raiders. God help them at 6-11. I'm going to be rooting like hell for the Raiders this year. I am. I'm going to say this right now. I have a bias towards them because I kind of like the silver and black. I love Antonio Pierce for his time with the Giants, clearly. I love Gardner Minshew. I don't think there's been a quarterback that better fit the Raiders and the Raider mystique since Ken Stabler, since they had him. You know, like he has that kind of, he oozes Raiders to me. So I am rooting like hell for the Raiders. I just think it's going to be a tough row to hoe here. You know, could be a tough hoe to row either. You know, like it could be. It is Vegas. There's a lot of hoes out there. You can go rowing there in the Bellagio fountains. So whether you're hoeing a row or rowing a hoe, either way, it's going to be tough sledding there for the Las Vegas Raiders. And then in last place, I have the Broncos. I have them one game better than you do. I have them at 5-12.
Okay.
And again, I think Bo Nix will be a good quarterback. I do. But for all the reasons that you did bring up about how they are very hamstrung when it comes to being able to sign people, having different talent there, like they don't, like the cupboard is fairly bare there in Denver right now. So I think they'll be an interesting watch, though. I think they'll be fun to watch this year.
Okay.
I do. And I think you're going to see flashes from Bo Nix that are going to make you be like, maybe this kid's got something. And again, I say kid. I think he's older than I am currently. But, you know, he was in college for about 17 fucking years. But I think that's also what's going to help him. He has a tremendous amount of experience playing in the ACC, playing in the Pac-12, rest in peace. He's played in big games. He's played he has the experience. He has the fortune. There's not going to be a lot that I think surprises him. Okay. So he's not good. He's not your regular rookie quarterback in my mind that I can see anyway. So I think he's going to be better initially out of the gates than a lot of people think a regular rookie might be. But for all the other reasons, everything around him, I think there might be a problem there. So that's why I think the Broncos are a 5-12 team. I think it's them and the Raiders fighting for that third spot. But yeah, I think this is a pretty generally good idea of how it's going to go. Clearly, I think you get the Chiefs. I think you get the Chargers. I think you get the Raiders, and you get the Broncos. And again, that can change, and who knows what the season brings. It's going to be fun coming back here in 6 months and seeing what we fucked up, what we didn't, all that kind of fun stuff. But that's what we have. Let's take a quick look over at Jimbo's again. He had the same order: Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. Chiefs at 12. Do we both have him at 12-5?
Yeah. The Chiefs.
Yeah, we did.
Do.
Look at that. We both had them at 12-5. That's pretty cool. And then you got the Chargers 10-7, Raiders 8-9, and Broncos 4-13. So not the best. Not the best.
Yeah.
But again, I think at that point, then the only thing the Broncos can do is go above expectations.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they'll go below. I don't think they're going to be a Carolina Panthers.
No,
I don't think they're winning one game.
They're
going
to win games. Yeah.
I don't think they're winning one game. So
and they're going to put some points up.
And that's what I mean. I think Bo Nix is going to he's going to show flashes this year that are going to make you go like, all right, I think this guy's got something. I think he's got something. So I again, I'm not going to say I'm high on the Broncos, but I think they're going to be okay. And I wish they just would have done better with the uniform. All they had to do was go back to the Elway era uniforms, the 80 uniforms, which they brought back as a throwback anyway. All you had to do was make those the mains and you're fine. Instead, they went with the kind of weird Charger-esque uniform where it's mountains. It looks like a lightning bolt. I hate to tell you that. That's mountains. If you say so. Looks like lightning bolts. And then they just changed the stripe on the helmet from the solid one to a bunch of triangles. It's like, all right. And they're another one who went with the white helmet craze, and they're going to be icy, snow-capped. We're snow-capped, baby. Yeah, because we're mile high. Woo!
Did they say that, or is that you making that up?
No, I think it's the snow. They call it the snow-capped uniform.
Oh my God!
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think it's snow-capped. Last year's I know was snow-capped because it was only the white helmet they had.
Yeah.
So these might be the snow. I think it's something snow, like rock. It's snow-capped or Rocky Mountain snow or some shit like that. I don't know. Some goofy shit. I don't know. We'll see. But
probably a relative is the one that came up with that name.
No, I mean, well, because that's Dan Snyder. That's his wife. That's the one who did that with the Commanders. Yeah, and God, I can't wait. Listen, Mr. Harris. I know. Like the Redskins' name is probably out of bounds now, and whatever. That's fine. But we got to get rid of Commanders. Like
Yeah.
That's just it. Didn't work. It doesn't work. It'll never work. Red Wolves. Fine with Red Wolves. In fact, I like that. I would be fine with that. Honestly, if you went back to Washington football team, wouldn't mind it. I think that actually works for them. To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with that. But you know what doesn't work? Commanders. Just doesn't work. Especially when you're red and yellow, you play in the nation's capital, and everybody's nickname for you is the Commies. Just rubs you the wrong way, doesn't it? Me too. So when it comes to the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders, we need to get something more solid, more stable, more pleasing to the ear to hear. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but I did. Anyway, next week we're going to.
It was good.
Next week we're going to start the NFC, and we're going to start in the NFC West. We're going backwards in the NFC that we did from the AFC because, of course, let's be honest. We got an Eagles fan over here. There we go. Got a Giants fan here. You know we're going to end on the NFC East and see where everybody is. And I can't wait because I'm going to send Jimbo before we even start because he can't see the screen that I have. He can't see the broadcast screen here because we're just setting stuff up. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But
Yeah.
the results I got for the NFC East are fucking wild. And I can't wait to show it. And I'm gonna send right before I debut it on here. I'm gonna text it to you to show it to you right when I put it on there to see what your reaction is. Because you may walk the fuck off.
I might pull a Jason Kelsey.
You may just walk off. And again, this is not because of anything that was done deliberately. Like I said, we went through this whole process on the playoffpredictor.com website, just going week by week and everything like that. And I got to tell you, the results of the NFC as a whole is kind of weird, but the NFC East is fucking wild. So that's coming up in just a couple of weeks now because we only got 4 more weeks of this. And then we're there. We're in football season, baby. We're there. We're basically there now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. All the links and everything are down there. We have merch. You can go ahead and we have our donation station. If you want to go help and donate to us for all that we're doing here, hopefully help us out here. Get a new microphone. I complain about the mic every time I'm on here, but get one of those, get new stuff, get better stuff. We can do all that with your help. We have a Discord. You can go ahead and join and try to help us get that started because it's kind of quiet. Again, we just started it. So,
And I'm always on it, so you guys want to talk to me?
Help us out. Just go in there, start a conversation, start bullshitting. It doesn't matter. That would be great. We'll be in there too. We're probably going to be in there a little bit tonight as well as we do the live stream. We're going to have the chat open in YouTube. We'll also have the Discord will be open there, and we'll chat with everybody there if everybody wants to go and check it out. That'll be fine. But until then, until next Friday, as it were, for your boy Jimbo, it is your boy King. Adios.